right. Online dating mastery, part one. How to maintain a high vibe energy to attract in high vibe partners. My name is Emerald Sinclair, if you are brand new to me and my channel. As a love coach, I coach single, successful, intelligent, amazing, high-performing, type A, often women. I coach them to manifest amazing relationships with the man that is their equal. And I say men and women because the majority of the people I work with are heterosexual women. And so I will specifically use that talking to single women who want to attract in single men. That being said, everything I'm going to share with you tonight and all of my content in general works if you're a man, a woman, gay, straight, what have you. So whatever your sexual orientation or preference is, switch out the words that you need to so that this content is applicable to you. And so what I want to share with you first before we get into the content is that online dating is just a tool. And a lot of my clients have used this tool to manifest love. And how you use the tool is going to be incredibly important. And I see people using online dating incorrectly, which is why they're not getting high caliber dates, which is why they're not matched up with high caliber individuals. And so let's get psyched for online dating with a couple of past client success stories. Lauren met her husband, her second date online. Second date. Jennifer met her partner online. Second date. Malaysia met her husband online. He was in another country and he flew to New York City to meet her. Talk about a man who went after what he wanted. So, online dating is a tool to meet amazing human beings. Online dating is a tool that you can use to work on communication, expressing yourself, getting clearer in person, clear over text, clear over voice. Online dating is a tool that you can use to improve your connection to your body and your intuition. So, how do you want to use the tool for online dating? Online dating is not a tool that you use when you're bored or because you have nothing else to do. Online dating is not a tool that you use when you're incredibly desperate and needy to find your person because the clock is ticking and time is running out. The energy that you bring to the table is going to affect your outcome. And so just like if you showed up to a party and you were bored, or you were desperate, or you were drunk, people are going to feel that energy, even through the computer screen or your phone, in this case, with the online dating apps. And so when it comes to online dating, first question I have for you is, do you enjoy online dating? Because if you don't enjoy online dating, then what I am going to advise is don't do online dating. Because if you don't like it, it is not going to work for you. That energy is going to come through, whether people feel it or not. And they do feel it on some energetic level, absolutely. And then I want you to make a list right now of everything you love about online dating. And I know for some of you, you'll probably have a smart aleck reply, which is, yeah, there's not much I like about it. Whereas if I asked you, tell me all the things you don't enjoy about online dating, I'm sure you could come back at me with a list 2 pages long. So what does that actually prove? Why online dating is not working for you. Because if you can so quickly come up with all the list of the negatives, that's the energy you're putting out. So I'm going to give you an example that I used with my clients last week on our last group coaching call, which was look around the room and notice everything green. So not my room, your room. Although we can see here I have a green plant, I have a green light behind the TV, green bamboo, another green plant. The couch is kind of green. There's a lot of green in my place. Curtains. So look around your room. Find all of the green. Okay, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do this exercise. Did you find all the green in your room? Now close your eyes. They closed? With your eyes closed, tell me everything in that room that's red. Yeah, so open your eyes. We get what we focus upon. You were so focused on finding everything green that the red wasn't in your frame of mind. It's the exact same thing with online dating. If you're so focused on all the things you don't like, all the bad experiences you've had in the past, the men, the fuckboys sliding into your DMs, the yet again another unsuccessful date that didn't turn into your future spouse, this is what so many women are focusing upon. Which is why online dating's not working for them, because the energy that they're bringing to the party is this party sucks. It's going to be just like the last party. And then when you leave the party, rather than tell your girlfriends all the good things that happened at the party, like maybe the music was great, the food was great, the drinks were great, the ambiance was amazing, you tell your girlfriend about the person that you met and all the horrible things about them and what you didn't like about the evening, what you didn't like about the conversation, what you didn't like about the food, what you didn't like about the drink, what you didn't like about the ambiance. And so, red or green, you will see what you're focusing upon and you will attract more of those experiences into your life, which is why women tend to get in these cycles or droughts, even. And so, if you are not enjoying the party of online dating, then what I would advise you, and this is what I advise my clients, is take a break. Because that needy, desperate energy of like, well, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what other party to go to. I don't even want to be at this party. That energy is not going to result in successful dates. So, how could you shift the energy? How could you shift the focus? So, it's focusing on what did go well. And it's why I always tell my clients, I'm like, don't date to meet someone special. Yeah, and this might sound completely counterintuitive as a love coach who guides women to manifest amazing relationships. And guess what? I've been doing this for 6 years now. And I always advise my women to take a break from dating. And you might be thinking time is running out. But it's not. The opposite is true. When you give yourself the time and space to reset your energy and your expectations, it actually propels you further down the path to manifesting love than if you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. So taking a break, the pause, the reset can be incredibly helpful. And in fact, I see it happen with all of my clients when they're in that frantic manifesting energy. So if you are going to use online dating, then you need to make sure that your energy is clear before you open the app, that your expectations are clear. And once again, don't date to find your spouse. Date to have fun. Date to meet people. Date to find yourself. What do you like? What don't you like? Date to get out of the house. Date to have amazing conversations. Date to make friends. Now, that being said, you can be incredibly clear in what you're looking for, which is, I would love to have a long-term partnership. I would love to have a husband and children. Absolutely. But men will feel the energy of desperation, which is, are you my person? Okay, you're not my person. I don't want anything to do with you. Or are you my person? Could you be my person? I'm looking to get married. Maybe it's you. Is it you? Is it going to be you? Because I'm so ready to get married. Like that's repelling energy. Versus if you want to be pursued by men, so we're going to talk masculine, feminine energy here just a little bit, then the receptive energy, the feminine energy, is the leaned back energy, which means she's not trying to make anything happen. And so you're going out on dates and you're meeting people and you're having a great time. And the person might be a friend, person might be a lover, person might turn into a partner. The person's best friend might end up being your person. What's wrong with making friends? Having friends who are men is amazing. And so, how I teach online dating and how I've seen this be incredibly successful for my clients is you date to find yourself. You date to have fun, new experiences. And then that gives you that leaned back energy, which actually is so much more attractive than that desperate, needy, the time is running out energy. Now, what about for the woman, though, who is really super ready to meet her person? Great. You can still communicate that. But I want you to show up with the energy of, let me just get to know this person. Because if you want lifelong partnership, you need to be friends with the person. And if you move too fast and sleep together too soon, you'll bond with oxytocin and fall in love before you even know the person. So going slow, slowing down actually speeds up the process to really get to know someone. So don't be in a rush and don't make it black or white. Don't make it be like, you're my person or you're not. You're my person or you're not. You're my person or you're not. And when it comes to energy as well, another thing that I want to say that I've seen with so many women is they're like serial dating and serial swiping and serial scrolling. That's exhausting. No wonder you're not enjoying the process. You've gone on so many dates. You've talked with so many guys. You spend so many hours scrolling. That's going too fast and that slows down the process. So you slow down, you take your time, you fill your life with so many more activities in the dating. You focus on self care. You focus on activities that you enjoy beyond dating. Otherwise, what are you going to talk about on the date? And the date that I had today, Tinder lunch date, he was sharing that one of the reasons he's actually not very attracted to Georgian women is because they're not following any passions. Like the traditional Georgian woman just wants to get married and have kids, which is fine if that's what you want. But what he was sharing, and I think a lot of men will agree with this, if she doesn't have a life and she doesn't have passion, she doesn't have a job, like what are they going to talk about? He's like, yeah, a pretty face is great, but that gets boring real fast if there's nothing to talk about in between sex to sex. And I was like, well said. And so, what are you doing for self care outside of the dating world? It also is going to make you more interesting and attractive to high quality men, which means your entire life isn't revolving around once I get the guy, once I get the guy, finally, then I can live because then I'll have the guy in the relationship. So, are you being that high caliber individual who has a rich, full social life and plenty of friends? And let's say you meet a bunch of great guys online, but none of them are a romantic fit. Great. Now you've got a bunch of single guy friends who also have guy friends that they're going to introduce you to. So it's changing your mindset around online dating. Dating for fun, dating to meet people. letting go of the attachment to the outcome of you have to be my person. And that leaned back, unattached energy, because I've seen it time and time again with my clients, is incredibly attractive and results in love and partnership and relationship. So there's that aspect. And another thing I want you to keep in mind, ladies, is that you are the catch. You are the prize. You're the one interviewing him. I was reading a John Gray book, and he talks about the woman has the job and the man is the applicant. I love that, right? Like, he's applying for the job. She's the one deciding if he gets the job or not. So step into your power. And you know what? I'm even going to say the same thing. Tables are turned. Men dating women, right? You're interviewing her. Or you're interviewing yourself to see, do I want the job? Do I want to be the man to try to make her happy, to please her, to meet her needs? Is that a job that I actually want to have? So it's the mindset around that. And just especially ladies, I really want you to remember this. You're the catch. You're the prize. You're the exceptional, high quality, successful, intelligent, funny, sexy. Like, make yourself a list of all the reasons why you are amazing. Because what I've also seen when a woman is in a dating slump or only meeting certain types of men, that's when she's also getting really down on herself. Like, why isn't this working? Where's all the high caliber dudes? I'm like, you're not being high caliber at all right now. You're complaining and whining and focusing on the negative. You're bashing men. Rather than a high caliber woman is going to find the positives in every dating experience and focus on that. And law of attraction gives you who you are, not what you want. So are you embodying that type of high class woman who has a rich, amazing, diverse life, where dating and the relationship is just an aspect of it, not your everything? And so that's the energy that so many women get wrong when it comes to online dating. It's like, where is my person? Online dating is going to do it for me. So you've got to change your expectations. So I'm going to share with you my Tinder profile because I'm having an absolute blast online dating. I'm meeting exceptional human beings, making friends left and right. And I've always shared this with my clients. Like, my ex and I spent 2 months getting to know each other as friends before we consciously decided to be together, to have a relationship, to be intimate, to be committed, to be monogamous, etc. That's a good amount of time to really vet someone. Like, is this person who they say they are? And if you're looking for lifelong partnership, then what's waiting a couple of weeks or months of like really getting to know someone and make sure they're an exceptional human being at your level? And so with your pictures, have it be a representation of who you are. I'm a traveler. That's Sunset in Tulum. I used to live in Mexico. That's Colorado. I'm a mountain girl. That's me parasailing or hang gliding or whatever it was. I'm an adventurer. That's me up in the mountains. I'm a hiker. That was me in Venice. I'm a traveler. I also get bougie. That was me at a wedding in a fancy dress. That's me on top of a mountain. Once again, I'm a hiker in a fancy dress at a wedding. So it's a representation of who I am, which is I've got my bougie side. Obviously, I'm a traveler, but I'm athletic. I'm a hiker. I've got some full body pics. Most of them are full body, a couple up close of the face. So how you're presenting yourself to the world is obviously important because that's the first thing people are going to see. And once again, I'm speaking to my heterosexual ladies here. Men are very visual. For a woman, we have to get to know the guy first before we fall in love. A man instantly is the visual. Then he'll want to get to know you emotionally, mentally, intellectually, etc., etc. So it is important to put your best face forward. Now, since, like I said, I'm only doing Tinder here in Georgia because that's a big app that they use here. And like I said, I'm doing it to make friends, to meet people. And so, what I say for the about me, and I have a very thorough profile as far as Tinder goes because I'm serious about meeting people. So, if someone's profile is not really filled out and they just have a picture, then I can tell they're not serious. So that's why I say traveling the world, 33 countries and counting, currently in Georgia for a while till the next great adventure, looking for friends first, then my lifelong adventure partner. That's accurate. I'm looking for friends. And if one of them turns into my lifelong adventure partner, amazing. But if not, then I'm going to meet amazing human beings. And that's great. Because for me, the purpose of life is to enjoy it, to be happy. Not, I'm going to be unhappy until I get a partner. I'm going to be unhappy until this thing that I want manifest. You can't get happy paved on the path of dissatisfaction. So if you want happily ever after with a partner, then you got to be happy today. It can't be conditional. So the prerequisite to partnership is friendship, which is why I'm looking for friends. And I'm honest with every single guy on the first meeting, the first date. I'm like, absolutely, I'd love to be in a partnership, but I'm not in a rush. It'll happen naturally. That energy is also very attractive to a man because he knows that you're not needy and desperate and clingy and that you have your own activities and passion and life. So then I describe myself. I say fun loving, free spirited, health conscious, adventurous, dedicated to personal development and growth. I enjoy all that life has to offer, from rustic to luxe, from hot springs and camping under the stars to five-star hotels. Amazing food and wine, you get the idea. And then I even put my Instagram, I put Sagittarius, weightlifter, wine, flexitarian, non smoker, pet free. I'm into yoga, hiking, travel, spirituality, and music. So as far as a Tinder profile goes, like that paints a very clear picture. And vice versa. Like I'm looking at someone else's profile. Are they being thorough? Are they actually putting themselves out there? And when someone reaches out to me and asks me a question based on my profile, it shows they've read it. I had a guy yesterday say, "What's a flexitarian?" Because I have flexitarian under my dietary interest. It's like, oh, he's read my profile. So any guy that's just like, "Hey, you're pretty," or whatever, I don't even respond to those. But a man that actually asks me a question shows that he has some substance and depth, or at least he can think beyond, "Oh, you're pretty." And when it comes to masculine, feminine energy, I get this question all the time. Can the woman reach out to men or should she fully be in her feminine? And with online dating, because the men are usually the ones doing the reaching out, women can stand out by being the ones that reach out first. So it's a little bit different energy than in person and how I would coach my clients through the masculine, feminine energy of pursuing and being pursued. But if you're the only one, for example, maintaining the conversation, like I'm very aware. And so I was having another conversation with a guy where I was the one leading it. He wasn't asking me any questions. I kept asking and asking and asking. I'm like, all right, well, this isn't going to work and go anywhere because you're not interested in me. You're not pursuing me. So even though I might have been the person to send that first message, it's not going both ways. So feel free to reach out to people that you're interested in, whether you're a man or a woman, and to ask questions about their profile and to get to know them. But make sure your energy before you open the app is clear, that you're excited. Not just, I'm bored on a Tuesday night, so let me check Tinder or Match or Hinge and see if anybody's online, because that energy will transfer. So make it fun. Put on some music, have a glass of wine, set a timer. I'm only going to do this for 20 minutes so you don't just end up scrolling endlessly. Get super clear on what it is that you do want. Set the intention beforehand. Are you being intentional about how you're using that tool of online dating. And like we talked about before, have fun. Let your energy be light, not so serious. On the app, in person, I had a guy last night or 2 nights ago, and I said this on my Instagram. We were chatting a little bit, and then he's like, "Come out and meet me tonight." I was like, "No, I'm tired. I'm staying in tonight." And he's like, "Please, I can't leave town without making love to you." I was like, "Yes, you can." And I just approached it light energy. I just laughed it off. And I was like, "Yeah, good luck with that, dude. Like, that's not going to be me. Bye." And, but I didn't let it bother me. And also, that was my third proposition for sex. The man before that had said, "Hey, want to fuck?" That was his line right out the gate. I didn't respond to that one. I just unmatched and blocked him. But once again, I didn't make up any type of story of gross, men are horrible, men suck. I can't believe he would ask me that. I have light energy around it. So you've got to lighten your energy when it comes to online dating. And if you have all of this negative energy around it, then I would suggest that you take a break from online dating and maybe even dating in general. Clean up your energy, focus on what it is you enjoy in your life beyond dating, and then you'll come back with fresh energy. And it happens for every single one of my clients. We work together for 6 months. They take a break from dating, work on their energy, work on their mindset, work on their point of attraction, get so busy creating a life they're in love with. Then they try dating and boom, there he is. So taking a break can actually be one of the best things that you can do for online dating or dating in general. So when we talked about dating for friends, it removes the pressure because so many women get so disappointed when date after date after date after date doesn't turn into a second date or a third date or their forever person. And then that energy and that momentum snowballs. And then it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So if instead you had the expectation of no expectations, let's just see where this goes. Let's just see if you're a cool person. Let's just see if we want to hang out. Let's just see. Then you're not going to be disappointed because there's no expectations. And then you're not going to maintain or accumulate more negative energy around it. And that is what propels you forward faster into manifesting that dream relationship because you didn't have expectations around online dating. And like I said, the person could be your person. The person's best friend could be your person. They could turn into a great business connection or some other connection, right? So zoom out and date for fun. Date to meet cool people. Date to have funny stories. Date to try new restaurants. Go to new events. And let it naturally evolve into something more. And when it comes to that mindset, same thing. Positive, unattached mindset. Every date gets me closer. Every text gets me closer. Every no gets me closer. Every yes gets me closer. Because with dating, you learn more about who you are and what you want. And for those of you that have trouble speaking up, dating is great for that. You get to practice speaking up about what you want, who you are. So having that positive, unattached mindset is so important. And I think about some of those examples I gave you of past clients that manifested their partner online. Malaysia had a positive mindset with zero expectations. Maybe I'll meet him online. Maybe he's the one. If I'm manifesting him, he's manifesting me. But she made sure to have child's mindset, not the fixed mindset, not the expectations. And Lauren was very clear in what she wanted and speaking up about it. But she wasn't crazy or obsessive of like, but you have to be the one. It was, yeah, I want to get married and have kids one day. versus how many women are like, I want to get married and have kids one day. And is it going to be you? You don't know that. It takes time to get to know someone. So that positive, unattached mindset. And I think about Jenny, her second online date, meeting her partner. She was dating for fun. Like, it was the first time she'd been dating since her divorce. And so she wasn't hurrying to get in any type of relationship anytime soon, but she also knew, like, I'm getting ready for partnership again. I'm getting ready to put myself out there. And so their relationship started off very slow and natural as friends, getting to know each other step by step, and then eventually falling in love. So rather than the expectation for dating of who you're going to meet, I want you to have the positive, unattached mindset, which is it's all working, it's all getting you closer. You're learning things about yourself, you're learning what you want, you're learning what you don't want. You can laugh off the experiences, like when a man slides into your DMs asking for sex. One guy even responded, I was like, oh, honey, I don't need to use online dating to have sex. Like, I'm very capable of getting that all by myself in real life. I don't need a dating app for that. So you can laugh it off. You can make it funny. If you had a bad date, it's not a bad date. I promise you, there is something good about that date. And when you practice telling the good stories, like the example I gave at the beginning of red versus green, when you practice telling the good stories, you'll attract more of that into your life because you will find what you expect to find. What you look for, you will find. If you're looking for the green, you will find the green and you'll miss all the red because you're focused on the green. So mindset is so important. What's the story you're telling about online dating before you date, during the date, after the date? So many women get caught in these negative spirals because they keep telling the story about how online dating sucks and the men they're meeting are not high caliber. Whereas every single date I've gone on have been exceptional, intelligent, international, well-traveled, speak multiple languages, incredibly successful in their field type of caliber human beings. And how the heck do I know that from a Tinder profile? You really don't. But it's a reflection of my beliefs and expectations around dating and the stories that I tell. And so these are the type of people, the high caliber individuals I attract into my life. These are the type of people that my clients end up with. But you will not attract in a high caliber human being if you're not being a high caliber human being. And being a high caliber human being, a part of that is focusing on the good and what's working. To speak about someone as if they could hear you. So imagine that the person you just had a bad date with was in the room as you're describing the date. How would you talk about that date now? So I want you to level up your communication and how you're speaking about yourself, how you're speaking about online dating, how you're speaking about the people that you've gone out on a date with. Because if you're talking trash, then you're being trashy. Just be really blunt with you. That's not high caliber. No wonder you're not meeting amazing human beings. Look at how you're talking. Silly. So you don't get what you want. You get who you are. So who are you being when it comes to online dating? And how you can circumvent belief systems is by taking action in alignment with what you want to believe. So your reality is reflecting back to you what you actually believe to be true about dating and online dating. So for me, for example, I don't have any negative stories around online dating. I genuinely believe that there are exceptional, high quality men everywhere, including online. And those are the men I'm meeting. If you're not meeting those types of men, then your reality is showing you what you actually believe to be true, which is lack mindset. which is I don't actually believe these caliber of human beings exist, let alone online. So, how do you dig in and change those belief systems? Well, that's a lot deeper than what we would get into in a live stream. And it's why my courses and programs are months at a time so that we can get in and change those belief systems. But one thing I am going to have you do, a little action step between now and the next video, is you're going to make a list of what you want to believe around online dating. For example, that there are high caliber, intelligent, smart, successful, emotionally available, ready, and willing to commit men all over, including online. Or online dating is fun. I'm really enjoying this process of meeting new people. And every person that I've met, I've really enjoyed meeting them. And they would say the same because we have these types of conversations. They're a different caliber human being. They're not going into online dating with a needy, desperate energy. They're going into it with, let's meet some cool people. And if it turns into something deeper than that, awesome. So they're reflecting back to me my energy, my belief systems around online dating. So whatever you're experiencing is just reflecting back to you what you actually believe to be true, which is good news because now you know where your work needs to be done to shift. And I'm going to share with you a little bit more on a later live stream about the Magnetic Femme program, which is a bundle to shift your energy and your belief systems to magnetize the high caliber human beings to you so that you have your pick of amazing men, because they're all going to be chasing and pursuing you. And you're like, do I want that one? 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 I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'll keep dating them and see. And that's what Marija said. By the end of 3 months together, she had 5 amazing men pursuing her. And she's like, what I love about this process is that it might be one of them and it might not. And if it's not, then I know the next guy is going to be even more amazing. Like, that's the mindset to be in. Could be you, maybe not. Could be you, could be you, could be you, could be you. I know my worth. I'm having fun. Right? You don't get happily ever after paved on the road of dissatisfaction. You're not going to get your dream relationship if you're hating the process of dating. That doesn't work. You have to enjoy the process of dating to manifest love. So what you're going to do as your homework between now and part 2, which is on Wednesday, is you're going to make a list of what you want to believe, what you want to be true in regards to dating, in regards to online dating, in regards to love, relationships, your worth, your value. And then you're going to make a list of actions you could take that are in alignment with those new belief systems that you want to believe. That's one way to circumvent old stories and belief systems, is by acting as if, of like, okay, if I actually believed this, what type of action would I take? That's you becoming a new woman. That's you becoming a new individual. Of, I'm choosing to believe this. So if I'm choosing to believe that online dating is fun, if I'm choosing to believe that there's amazing, high quality, smart, successful, sexy, emotionally available men or women in my town, if I really believed that, then what type of action would I be taking? And then on Wednesday, we're going to get into part 2, which is exceptional communication. I am so passionate about exceptional, healthy communication. And we are going to get so into that. Bring any questions potentially that you have as far as certain scenarios and what to talk through and when. But of course, part 4 is going to be live Q&A and coaching. So you can save all of your questions for then as well. All right, my loves. Online dating can be fun. And if it's not fun right now, then take a frickin' break from it. Because the energy that you are in when you show up to the party is so important. So if it's not fun, don't do it. You don't have to meet your person online. So many of my clients have met their person in person. That's an option too. Online dating is relatively new in the grand scheme of human existence. So if you think that's the only way to meet humans, you are sadly mistaken. I've always manifested my partner. Online dating is now a tool that I'm choosing to use to meet people now that I'm living in a brand new foreign country. And energetically, I'm available to meet high caliber individuals. Those are the types of people I choose to surround myself with. One of them might end up turning into a long term relationship. One of them might end up turning into a long term relationship with one of those connections. So if you're one of those women that's like, online dating has to be to meet my person or else I want nothing to do with you, it's time to shift that mentality, my love. Okay. All right, my loves, I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful rest of your day or afternoon or evening, wherever in the world that you are. And I will see you Wednesday where we will dig into exceptional communication. And then Friday, moving through the challenges of online dating, because yes, of course there's challenges in online dating. We're going to move through those. And then Sunday, part 4, live Q&A and coaching. So do your homework and I'll see you Wednesday.